Hi guys, this is Tim and welcome to my review for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation hits you right in the teeth from the get-go. That scene we've all seen in the trailers, Mr. Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt on the side of an airplane, that is the first scene in this movie. Kicks you off, gets the mood going, it's beautifully executed. Obviously we know that Tom Cruise loves doing stunts himself. He puts himself out there, he takes the risks, and it pays off in the long run. It was great in this first scene because it introduced the tone perfectly for what the rest of the film was going to be. It introduced you to our main core characters of the IMF, and it also started to introduce a little bit of the plot going forward. But then we get cranked into the story straight away after the credits. This film is beautifully paced, possibly the best Mission Impossible film we've had. Everything is executed to the nth degree. The acting is phenomenal. The actions are phenomenal. Of course, probably 99% practical. But just the way it's well plotted, twists and turns, and it just leaves it open for interpretation as well. And you don't quite necessarily know who's on your side, who's not on your side, and it's just, frankly, one of the best movies of the summer. Just mentioned, start getting into some of the characters. Of course, we've got Simon Pegg back. He is you can say he's the comic relief here, but this film is just full of comedy all the way through. It gives character moments for everyone, which are comedic in tone, but also serious in tone. We also come back to Jeremy Renner's character from the last movie. He does a great job being the straight man. Brought back Ving Rhames, who's been in probably all the movies, but this is really his most significant role since the first Mission Impossible. They do a great job of setting up that team dynamic. They all know each other. They all know how they're going to react to each other's personalities, and it's just great. And then we chuck in Alec Baldwin's character, who's one of the directors of the CIA. He's really wanting to disavow the IMF, but he becomes a really compelling character within himself throughout the film. Of course, there's always got to be a spanner in the works. In this case, is portrayed by Rebecca Ferguson, who's just phenomenal. She's stunning, she's beautiful, intelligent, all those qualities that you wish in a femme fatale in this type of genre. Also, this girl is going to be a star. After this film comes out, you'll see her popping up everywhere. She's just that good in it. The only couple of criticisms I may have of the film is it could probably be tightened up a little bit here and there, but that doesn't matter. Ultimately, doesn't affect the film at all. We've got to remember this film was originally going to come out in December, about 2 weeks after Star Wars. They pushed it up to the summer. They had that much confidence in it. They basically stopped filming about 3 weeks ago on it. The turnaround is phenomenal, and the reason for this is probably all the practical effects. It's all on camera, and they basically just shot it, edited it, did a bit of post on it, got it out to us. This is a great start to the spy genre for this year. Even though we've had a couple of spoof versions before this with Spy and Kingsman, but this is really our first true spy action film of the year, leading us beautifully into Spectre later in the year, which has now a lot to live up to. I just have to say that Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise need to be applauded for the efforts they have put into this film and getting it developed in such a tight script, such a well shot and well executed movie. It's just that good. How they introduce us to the Syndicate and the villains within that, and how they introduce the characters, the side characters, the main villains. It's just perfect. And how we get to know the psychology of our villains. Plus, I'm going to give this film a really solid rating, really high one, 9 out of 10. Go check out Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. So that's all from me. I hope you go check out some of my other reviews on the site, and we'll catch you later, guys.